Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here, and okay, so crazy ass dream I had, right? Damn, I wrote it down in my notes. I don't know if I can remember it. I'm happy that I wrote it down. Fuck. Um, shit. What was it? Let me sit over here. Let me sit on the ground, y'all. So, the dream was okay. So, damn. Okay, there was this guy that I met, right? And I went over to his house, right? And we were hanging out. And he was actually married, okay? And his wife came in, okay? And she's just like confused, like, why are you here kind of energy. And I'm just like, bitch, who are you? Like, I'm here because he brought me here. Like, we're friends, blah, 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 right? So then she turns into this person that I'm. That's a big ass spider. Why the fuck do spiders keep doing this to me? I'm really not, like, I'm not a spider person. I'm going in the house because I'm going in the house. I'll come out later. I'm not in the mood for spiders. That nigga popped out like, whoa. I was like, I'm going in the house. Hold on, y'all. I didn't want to wake my baby up, but she might have to get woken up. Let me open up this window real quick. Ooh. Okay, y'all. Okay, so she came in like, but she was like real cool, and it was like super weird, right? She was like super cool, and I'm like, okay, this is strange. Like, why would she be this cool if there's an issue? So like, the whole time, like, I'm on a date with this dude, right? And his wife was just in the room, and then we went in the room, and she went out into the kitchen, but my phone was in the kitchen. Okay, so she took my phone and she took pictures of his credit cards, right? And then I came out and they were talking, and I grabbed my phone because I'm like, my phone was in a different spot. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I grabbed my phone and I looked at the most recent pictures. And then I saw the pictures in there, right? So I'm like getting uncomfortable at this point. I'm like, oh, you want to take me home, blah, blah, blah. And there's this street. Like, I keep seeing this street in my dreams. I don't know where the fuck it is, though. We were about to get on the bus. We were gonna take the bus. And I think we got on the bus, and the bus ended up taking, or no, we were about to get on the bus, and he said he didn't want to get on the bus. He wanted to take the train. So we went down to the train station. But like, my intuition told me, like, bitch, do not go down there with him, right? But this is also a lesson that I had to learn too, that my dream showed me. Like, I ended up going with him because he was like, oh no, it's okay, blah blah blah. Like, my friends be using charm on people that are sweet because they know people that are sweeter. Like, oh okay, whatever. Bitch, not no more. Bitch, I don't wanna go. I'm walking. Fuck you mean. Anyways, so we go down, and it's like it's like the fucking subway, but it's a bunch of crazy bitches down there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm looking around, and as we get closer, it's a fucking psych ward, and he's trying to check me into the psych ward, but like, take all my shit. And then, like, of course, how I responded, like, I responded in a way that was like, okay, you might be crazy, like, and they tried to lock me down there, but I got away, and I went up, but it's like the crazy bitches were coming after me. Okay, so then the dream replayed a second time. This time it was a girl. She morphed into a girl that I met at my job who was a stripper. Okay, so this girl, she always would come to my job, and I would hear her talk to a girl. She never tried this with me, and I think she just could tell, like, she not the one to go for it. But I would hear her talk to other girls about, like, trying to get them to come work at the club with her. And like I remember I seen this movie, I don't know what the fuck it was called, but it was pretty much about essentially about a stripper and how she got mixed up with some girl at her club, and then the girl was pimping, and it, like she got involved with her pimp and all this extra crazy shit, right? So like, you know, I'm aware, I'm aware of what the fuck goes on, right? But it turned into his girl, and it's like, at this point in the dream, like I lost complete. I was viewing the dream from third person, but it was me who was experiencing it. Or it was my flesh that was experiencing it. And like the girl, we went like shopping, and she was looking at me in this outfit, and I think she like started to like me or something. Fast forward, right? Drake comes into the fucking dream out of nowhere. At the point of the dream, this shit crazy as hell. The point of the dream to me was there's like a fucking, okay, so like people who are into like pimping and shit like that, like that's a energy. I feel like that's a vampire energy, like a cult, like I don't know, it's just something weird about, okay, like people who are murderers and shit like that, like there's always a borderline like occultic energy to most of these like murder documentaries and shit like that. Okay, there's always some like a demon attachment that is, you know, uh, forcing them to do the shit that they're doing. So the dream to me was like signifying and showing me people who are part of this lustful, uh, temptress kind of energy. Because I also had dreams about people that I've seen online that were in the dream, and I'm like, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Um, but it's like these people serve, like, I don't know what fucking demon this is that is the lustful demon, but that's what they serve, and they use women to program them so they can keep siphoning off their energy. And they usually would go for women who have abilities, who have power, to continuously drain them of their power and siphon off their abilities. So they're like, so like even how like people say like, oh, you're just a piece of ass, blah blah blah. Like it's just deeper than that. Like every woman has the ability to come into, you know, being a queen or an empress, right? You have to awaken your abilities within yourself, and a lot of women allow men to take them and make them because they place their value into thinking that, you know, your value is only there if you have a man, somebody who's successful, well off, blah blah blah, etc. But this is like what they're programmed to think, and that's not really the truth of the matter. And I just feel like there is, especially in the industry, like the industry is heavily surrounded by this kind of energy. Um, which is why, like, okay, like when people always show Zendaya and how she don't want to touch nobody's hands because it's an energy transfer, bitch. And y'all motherfuckers be real life demons out here. Like, I'm not gonna give you access to my energy, but no, she be like, she don't even acknowledge. She just, bitch, the only person hand I'm touching is Tom. Give me that shit, Tom. Where you at? A bitch need help getting down. Like, I feel that because she's awoke. She's aware. I feel like her dad is like tapped in spiritually when it comes to masonry or whatever. That's how I feel. That's not a fact, but I feel like she was definitely taught. She was taught the. She was taught the shits, which is why she moved how she moved. Um, but yeah, the dream was just so fucking crazy to me. Like, oh, that's what it was. So there's a stripper or a group of strippers that, so in the dream, she took a picture of his credit card, and I was trying to tell him, like, oh, she's gonna steal from you. Like, I'm psychic. Like, trust me, I know. But he like kind of laughed because he was in on it with her. So it was like they were trying to take me away to put me in a crazy home, a facility, because they were really trying to frame me for fraud, some type of credit card fraud or some shit that they were doing. Um, which is even why a lot of women who get like they go missing or they get sex trafficked and shit like that. A lot of times, those men use their information to get credit cards, to get different shit, to laundry fucking money and shit like that. And I feel like that's heavily going on right now somewhere. There's a girl, she's like short, she has curly hair, she's a little on the thicker side, but like it's not like eccentric thick. It's like, okay, we get it kind of thick. Um, and that's what they do. That's what they do. They'll try to get other girls to come with them, but they'll like drug them or like do something to them, but like essentially use all their shit to get away with the crime. So like say she was gonna crack her card or something, she would do it from her phone. She would use her shit to do it so it would link back to her, but she would wire or transfer that money to herself or like take out the cash or whatever. It's some shit like that, like something that's going on with strippers. And I think bitches really got inspired by that Cardi B movie. Bitches really got inspired by that Cardi B movie. And that's what they doing. That's what they doing for real. So all you boys out there, it's like, oh my god, strippers, strip clubs, blah blah blah. Like, this is so fun. Like, understand that you are gullible in the sense of your emotions. Okay, there are a lot of women out there who are. That's their superpower. Their superpower is lustful, is temptation, is to drag you in. Like, I don't know where my line comes from, but I know I have the ability to hypnotize a motherfucker if I wanted to. So this is me coming to tell you guys, be very motherfucking aware of like the women that you get yourself involved in, because you'll think she's just the sweetest and she cares about my feelings and blah 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 blah. Whole time she's just trying to learn your feelings so that she can emotionally manipulate you up out of your money. Like, and you could be one of those men who like don't like to talk about their feelings. Like, you're more so on the low key side when it comes to your feelings. Like, you don't really like discussing your feelings, and you could be around a woman who is essentially the same way, but you're not discussing your feelings because you don't have emotional awareness. Like, you're not used to that. But this bitch don't discuss her feelings because she's a fucking snake. So you may think like, oh, we're kind of similar in that way. Like, we don't really talk about, like, it's deeper than that. Like, you could be saying that, like, oh, I noticed that you don't do it either, like, and I don't. And the bitch just sitting there looking at you like, yeah, you're like, yeah, I just don't feel the need to, like, talk about that. She lying. That hoe is lying. That bitch is lying. She's fucking lying to you. She trying to set your ass up. She want all your money. She gonna rob your ass in your sleep. You gonna wake up and you gonna be like, what the fuck happened? Because she probably drugged you or did some type of fucking sex magic on you, and you gonna be like, what the fuck is happening? She's trying to keep you in a delusional state of mind. And that's even bitches who like, yeah, let's drink. Bitches want to pour your drink and they want to, oh, I got it for you, babe, and blah 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 blah. Like, if a bitch can't cook but she always want to pour you your drink, red flag. If a bitch always gotta give you a drink with your food, red flag. Red flag. Like, I don't even give a fuck if a bitch just like drinking. Any woman that really cares for you is gonna care about your health. They're gonna care about your mental, physical, spiritual health. I don't fucking know. Just stay woke out here in these streets, and especially for women too. Okay, because like, you don't want to get caught up in the wrong crowd. You don't want to get caught up around the wrong motherfucking people. You don't want to get caught up in the wrong place, wrong time kind of scenario. So if you know you don't belong in certain spaces, in certain areas, don't even get involved. Like, it's not worth it, because a lot of people are doing a lot of fucking sneaky shit, and it's all fraud. And like, everything becoming digital, like, people are more gung-ho on committing fraud, especially motherfuckers got cryptocurrency and all types of shit. Like, people want to steal Bitcoin and all types of shit. Like, there's so much shit that's going on, and you have to be very fucking mindful of everything that you do, everything that you let people know that you do. Just stay mindful and stay aware, because that dream was really interesting. And I'm like, if I would have stayed where I was, I think this bitch would have tried to come down my path. Okay, I think if I would have stayed where I was, there's a lot of like succubus energy there. And if I would have stayed in that state, I feel like it would have been like I'm being attacked now, but it would have been more attacks in the physical. And like when you gotta deal with motherfuckers that you don't really know, like it's just not giving. It's not giving. But yeah, that's the message I have for you guys right now. I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna actually use the cards. I just wanted to talk about that channeled message. Protect your energy at all times. Okay? Protect all your fucking energy. Be very aware that even if people are trying to minimize you down to, oh, you're only worth this or you're only this, you're actually more than that. People will subject you to the shit that you do because sometimes people feel that that's an easy way to dim your light. Okay, so say that you are a sex worker and somebody always talks about like, oh, sex workers this, sex workers this. They're always like belittling sex workers, right? But they don't never encourage you like, oh girl, you know, like do you have any plans for your future? Are you managing your money? Like do you want to have a business? Like what else do you want to do? Like is this just the end all be all? Like I see light, I see value in you. I notice how you have a good sense of style. Maybe you should go into, you know, the clothing industry. Like nobody's really about uplifting anybody. It's all about stigmatizing them and keeping them in one frame of mind, one set of mind. And it's like I can treat the fuck out of you and still give you encouragement and enlightenment. That's just who I am. So I don't know, y'all. That's all I got for this message. Stay cool. Stay lit, baby. And don't accept no counterfeits, because I definitely just heard that shit in my head. So if somebody giving you money and shit, make sure you have a little marker, check that shit, make sure you know what the lines is, the coding and the money and shit, because it's just something about money right now. Something about money in the sex industry that's really fucking big right now. And I need everybody to be aware, especially if you're in those types of environments, okay? Be very motherfucking aware because motherfuckers is trying to siphon your soul. And if you're not aware of your spirituality, you're not going to be aware of the spiritual attacks and what people are, the energies that people are trying to attach onto you. So yeah, that's all I got. Bye.